Oh no, they're not actually hearing. Okay. Just us. The only thing they can hear is me and Dana's voice being like,
wonderful.
Uh-oh, Andrew's here. Okay. Good evening, Andrew. Uh-oh. Cannot hear you right now. Just, pantomime, 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 pantomime. Unmess up. Ryan is unmessing up himself.
That's a mood.
You should hear us. You should hear me and Dana.
That is the vibe.
And if you can't hear us, let us know. Dad jokes. All right. I was gonna sneeze and then I didn't do it, so that's exciting.
All right. Now everybody, oh yeah, people can hear me now. Look, I fixed it. I'm the best.
Welcome back, y'all. It's been a minute.
You should hear all three of us, and if you don't...
That's right, if you don't hear everybody right now, say something and tell me I'm done with my job. All right. There, we're set. For reference, if I have students who've logged in, my home setup is significantly more complicated than the lab sheets are because I am silly.
Well, most people when they're streaming, it's just them that they have to worry about, like...
That's right, bringing in multiple people from multiple sources makes it difficult. But yes, all is well. Let's open this door.
Skype, which just wants to fight us at every turn.
It does. What we really need is for one of us to win the lottery and just buy a giant mansion, and then we can just, like, have people over and stream.
Oh, like all be in the same room, you mean?
Yes.
We'll just fly people out every week.
That's right.
Okay. Hello.
Seems like
Dr. Greg, 8-Bit Aria. Awesome. Anthony, Dennis.
Yes, hello friends. It's been a minute. I have COVID, so, you know.
Yeah, a number of folks from Nakvagon.
I know I'm not the only one.
Got COVID. I see a couple people in
the
chat.
We had a super spreader
I'm gonna let you all disclose or choose not to disclose at your own pace in the chat, though of course I do know. And I have my deepest sympathies for all of you who are affected in the chat.
Yeah, it really sucks. I'm sorry. I'm laughing out of sympathy, not out of...
Yeah. I just hope that everybody's having a better time of it than I have had. Most of the folks I've talked to have said, you know, obviously it's not like it feels good, but a lot of folks have said it's like a bad cold.
I get bitter when people are like, oh, it's just this bad cold. And I'm like...
Yeah,
okay, whatever.
And some of those people are people who've had it already, so like it's not their first time, and that's one of the reasons it's like not as bad. But this is my first time, And I shared sips of drinks with these two clowns, and they both tested negative. So, like, there's no rhyme or reason.
I don't understand how Ryan is fine. I just had COVID like 4 weeks ago, so it makes sense that I didn't get reinfected immediately.
Right.
But Ryan's presumably never had it, so the fact that he breathing all the air didn't get it is like wild to me. So must be one of those super people.
And like,
super people.
Bought and shared with Dana like multiple drinks at Nakvago.
Yeah.
And we shared a bus on the way back home. So like,
I slept
like
on
an
Ryan's
indoor.
shoulder.
Yeah, you're very comfy. As an
our
aside.
flight was so early. we had to leave at like 3 a.m, so we kind of like propped each other up to half sleep.
Yeah, it was an event.
He didn't catch it, so. But anyway, I caught enough of it for several people.
You know, I thought that you were going to have the worst week this week. Until this week started.
I had a not easy week, but it was different than what anybody else was dealing with. So I'm just very isolated still, and I taught yesterday, and just doing my 2 classes in one day took a lot out of me. So I slept most of today, like, to kind of make up for yesterday.
Nice.
So I just the hard thing, as I'm sure a lot of people are aware of that have had this, is there is a bit of a sense of kind of not knowing how much energy you have to work with. So like, as you know, in the beginning, like I was sleeping just constantly, and I really couldn't, like, rolling over in bed was like exhausting. So I wasn't doing anything. But when I start getting a little strength back, and then it's like, okay, do I have enough strength to like empty the dishwasher, or is that gonna knock me out for the rest of the day? Like I just don't know. And anyone with like chronic fatigue knows that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But yeah, it's disorienting, because you're just like, I kind of know how much energy things normally take, and none of those rules apply right now.
Yep.
Yeah, why is your head so small? Are you sitting far away?
I'm not. I'm like a foot away from the camera.
I mean, I could move my face closer to the camera, but that becomes awkward really fast. This is fine.
But maybe because it's like, okay, if I... Wait, what's happening? Hi. Yeah, if I'm like 6 inches away, then I have like 10 brain cells, but I'll go back to 2 brain cells. Okay. Arms.
But yeah, I have fruit snacks, I have tea, I have chocolate, and I have LaCroix, so I'm set.
That sounds like an excellent plan.
Yeah, sounds like a pretty good
setup.
Okay, there's the nightmare room. Sorry, I've forgotten this dungeon as we navigate it. This is Dungeon 5, by the way. And this is, in theory, a new piece of music, but the catch is, I don't think it's very interesting. It feels like an old variant of the Link's Awakening cave melody more than anything else.
It's chromatic, it's
it's
creepy.
out there, so maybe it's just that it's less memorable.
Maybe.
I kind of dig the random percussion stuff. Unless you're like just doing sword shit on the beat and I just am not noticing. Sword shit. I don't have any words today, and I don't have an excuse.
Ryan's playing with swords.
Normal, healthy week. Unlike my friends here, so I'm just being a loser.
I will say, the only reason I have been able to have anything accomplished this week is because of a combination of 2 things. One of which is that Addie is out of town, and normally, like, I like the idea of, you know, my wife being here to help me in things, but not having to worry about her in these types of ways has been helpful, seriously.
Yeah.
And then the 2 of you have been wonderful.
Aww.
I just
as has shout out to Sarah Pozderek-Shanevi, who's also been like texting me a ton in good ways.
Aww. In good ways.
Sarah's great. Sarah got me a copy of her Bioshock chapter from her nostalgia book because I needed a version that was online. I needed a PDF.
A PDF. Yeah.
Scanning has not been happening while I have had COVID. And she was able to get me a nice OCR compatible, like I think it was a proof of her.
Okay, could I please just hit one spot of solid ground?
I like the noise though. Whoa!
This spot was not helpful.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm
Okay, I'm gonna have to come back with the actual way to do this. I hate it.
I'm missing things like cooking. I made just like pasta tonight, but it wasn't like very inspired. It was just, pasta with sauce. So I miss cooking.
I was good by my bachelor cooking standards for my kids. Disclaimer: Addie is the chef in the Thompson household, and I am the beneficiary of that. But I made biscuits and breakfast sausages. We had breakfast for supper tonight.
Well, that's fun.
That's good. I like that. I would have that now. I don't think I had dinner yet. Wait. I had a really late lunch, so.
I did manage to put makeup on for y'all. I thought about just showing up as a COVID ghost. Of course, putting on makeup.
Yeah, you have a lot more makeup than I look like the sick one.
Literally, the makeup consisted of eyeliner, lipstick. I don't do face stuff because who has time for that? I don't know how to contour. Whatever.
A good tinted moisturizer or tinted sunscreen is great. Bare Minerals.
I don't use anything with a tint. I use face oil.
Face oil. Is it tint? Is it? And it's not tinted.
No. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had one that has a tint in it.
Oh, Pete, don't feel bad. Also, you get to join the complaining club. You have it too. So
yeah, you get to complain too, Pete.
Yeah.
Hey, gamer composer, new person. And I forget who Ziggy Stardew is, except having a great name. Yeah, neck for germs. Look, we just loved each other so much, and not in a not creepy way, but I didn't get sick, but I feel like I felt in solidarity.
Yeah, I think I like to think that it's getting better, but I think I just have to take it slow.
It takes so long.
Listen to
it's
my body.
You feel like you'll never get better. Every day you wake up feeling the same until it slowly starts to be okay, I think today's a little bit it's so slow. That was the thing I remember about it.
It's frustrating, but I don't really have anywhere I have to be right now, so I'm.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And luckily, both my courses. Oh, hi, James. Both my courses are not new preps, so I even have the same readings assigned in the disability class.
Yeah, that's
I
nice.
Thought about switching it up,
Yeah.
but I'm glad I decided not to for a lot of the some weeks later on we might, but it was I already even have my old notes on the readings for the stuff. So, and actually the video game class I mostly have notes on because they're things I've covered on Kudo, so it ends up killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do it yet. That's too bad. Alright, well,
gamer composer, next year Ryan is hosting COVID.
Yeah, I am.
COVID.
I'm extremely excited.
Hosting COVID.
He's
love
hopefully
it.
not hosting COVID. He's hosting Mexico.
It is very clear that
forgive everything
I'm
I say
apparently immune to COVID because seriously, if I didn't catch it this trip,
You've had and your whole family had it, and you never tested positive. So you have some sort of immunity.
yeah, I did well vis-a-vis COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I'm gonna say a lot of dumb stuff tonight, so just, pat me on the head and say, bless your heart. if you're from the South.
or just living there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what we got here. I'll bet I need the item from this dungeon to do this room also, but we're gonna give it a go. Yep. Alright.
Saffron chai. That sounds
Saffron
like...
chai sounds excellent.
You're a rich person. Saffron.
I know, right? So my daughter watches this like YouTube channel that is based in the UK. My parents found it, and she just like it's like all songs. It's kind of like Coco Melon in that it's just all music. And one of them they were doing like a "This is how you bake a cake" thing. And one of the ingredients they listed was saffron to make it golden yellow. And I'm like, that's not how you get yellow cake in this country.
No.
Who are these people with their saffron in their like normal baking kit?
Very cool.
So wild. But yeah, the Indian grocery store near me has I think it's just like a big brand of like powdered chai mix. It's nothing fancy. But they have a bunch of flavors. They have like a cardamom chai, and they have just a plain masala chai, and they have the saffron one. It's my favorite.
Okay.
Indian, not a D&D grocery store.
This is
Indian grocery store.
Rats. Yellow, red, blue. Yellow, red, blue. Yellow, blue, red. Okay. We got this. Check this out.
I know 8-Bit Aria was at FSU. And I think had to zoom in or till at least part of the interview process.
I kind of want to try.
Like, oh, I'm not
making
gonna
like
see
a
you
saffron
because
cake
I feel
now.
like I might have COVID. Man.
Because I love doing like paella, so I generally have saffron in the house for when I feel like going to that there's just a day where you're just like, I really need paella tonight.
So we have a throwback item in this dungeon from Link to the Past to make Dana happy. It's the Cane of Samaria comes back. Nice.
Why will it make me happy? What about Julianne? Julianne likes that game.
That's true.
Singling me out.
Are we talking about like Link to the Past? Sorry, I was thinking I was
yeah.
like so obsessed with you being like, I keep saffron, just
It is expensive. I mean, it's like every time that I go to buy it, I always am like, ouch. But then I'm also somebody that like I spend a decent amount on like good vanilla extract too. So like there's certain ingredients that like are really worth it to me, and I'm not really a big spender outside of food. Like, and because I'm cooking it myself, it's a lot. It's a lot
matter to you.
Yeah, it's a lot different than just getting like takeout all the time too. So,
which is way more expensive than buying saffron.
That much.
Yeah. There was a lazy day that we got like takeout from a very average place, and it was like $70 for 2 people, and I'm like, we could have had a really nice sit-down dinner at a nice place for that amount of money. Mm-hmm. But we got like Zaxby's or some BS burgers or something. But we're just, man, the surcharges are outrageous. But sometimes you do have a lazy day if you can budget for it. Or a sick day where you're like none of you can cook, right? So
yeah.
I do like just like microwave stuff too, though.
We are lucky that Joe's dad is very close, within 10 minutes of us, and he just brings us things. So even when we're not sick, he often offers to bring dinner like every other week. So he's gonna bring lunch tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
I don't know what. We have to figure out what.
Is there a treasure chest here? No, there's not. We can just move on.
I like the turn of phrase jet-lagged beyond my wildest dreams. As if that's like a good thing. Ziggy Stardew.
I also like the word bougify. Bougify with saffron.
Yeah, there you go. In place of yellow food coloring. Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, I was definitely shook by that because like I don't think I'm a pretty serious cook and good baker, and I don't think I've ever seen a recipe for just a regular cake that includes saffron.
No, because if you need a color, it's turmeric for that color, right?
Gives it kind of
or food color.
Yeah, I mean that yeah, like when golden milk got popular. Turmeric is a big piece of that, but the only recipe I've ever seen that has saffron in it is, and I've talked about this cookbook before, Benjamina Ebuehi, who was a British Bake Off contestant. I found her first cookbook. I think it's just called The New Way to Cake. I found it in a half-price books, and I was like, oh, I hadn't seen the show yet, so I was like, oh, this looks fun, because her whole thing is she uses kind of unusual flavor combinations, and she has like a cornmeal, almond flour cake situation that includes saffron, and then you make like a topping with pineapple. So you like, it's awesome.
Yeah, that sounds
I've only made
pretty
it
good.
once, but that's the only thing I think I've baked that had saffron.
All right, I'm gonna need a solution to this. I'm pretty upset that I don't have one.
Yeah, it took me a few days to actually, like, I had symptoms before it actually came positive.
I had a day where I tested negative, and then the next day I tested positive. But I was like,
Anyway, saffron chai is amazing. I also have fruit snacks, which don't really go with the chai, but they're good. They're independently good.
All right.
I was just craving fruit snacks.
Oh yeah, all
Bake
three
Off
of us
is
watch
great.
Bake Off pretty regularly, I think.
No,
Oh, Julie.
I don't, and
Karen did.
not for any real reason other than Neil like hates reality TV, and I don't watch TV alone for some reason. Not because I have I can't watch TV alone, but because usually my TV watching is communal. But I probably would watch it. We watched the taco
taco
episode
debacle.
in Mexico Day. Yes, we watched that. We did, because I did want to see it, and that was delightful in certain ways.
And garbage.
Oh, that's
in
such a
most other
good. Hello, Kate. That is such a good. I love incorporating other sorts of games in Ludo, besides video games, which as many of us complain about, it's it's not just video games, right? So game shows or reality.
Kate was the one that coined
competition.
GastroLudo. Wasn't Kate the one that coined Ludomusicology on Twitter?
I think so.
I would be a part of it though. I'm definitely a foodie.
Any Latin prefix bundling is Katamari
The opposite of a
accumulation.
humble bundle. It's a pretentious bundle.
Yeah. Hubris bundle.
Hubris bundle, there we go.
Hey, it's Jarrell.
Hey.
It's not just bleeps and bloops anymore.
I know.
You have to say it in the dumbest voice.
Did you know video games aren't just bleeps or sometimes beeps
Good
and
to see you,
beeps
Jarrell.
and bloops? Yeah.
On this stream, I'm the only one that's actually sick with the Rona.
I know. I was gonna say once again, I just look sick, but I'm just
I
tired.
am once again asking you to recognize.
I'm once again asking you. Oh man.
So this is how you were supposed to do this dark room, by pushing blocks everywhere.
Oh yeah, we're playing a video game. There's music.
Well, the problem is we're playing a boring part of the video game right now. And
Yeah, but
Well, we already said this track is technically new, but it doesn't have a super memorable melody. We talked about the kind of...
Which is not to say it's not good, you know? Like,
yeah, and it's not that it's like atonal either. It's just, it's kind of a meandering... I think it's supposed to make
it's just very chromatic, like, very Zelda chromatic. Because early Zelda chromaticism kind of vibes. Like this, all of it's descending, except this part is sort of meandering, and I mean it's very much metaphorical to the experience of a dungeon. It's going low and meandering. Yeah, there we go.
Get low.
Get low. Windows to the wall. There's no windows in here.
Pete, excellent. They can visit the Ludo stream next week. Next week we'll finish this game, I think.
Ooh.
You know, if I would actually start playing and like know what I'm doing.
We can talk about what does credit music do for us as players. Because I don't know what the credit music to this game is.
Oh, it's actually different based on which ending you get.
So there you go, we can talk about that.
Because we have already heard the I don't want to say it's the bad ending, the first ending credits music 3 years ago. Because it shares it with Oracle of Seasons.
Mm.
We played Seasons 3 years ago?
It might just be 2 years ago. It was not just last year. Time moves weirdly for us.
Yes.
Oracle of something. It is like obscene that it's 6 years.
This is actually the first stream of what will be our 7th year of doing this nonsense.
What? No, we just celebrated our 5th year, like, last year.
So, but that's the
okay.
Oh, shit, I jumped. That's the weird way of saying it, right? Because now we're celebrating 6 years, which means we start year 7.
We start our 7th year. That's just such a dad/grandpa thing. Be like, oh, you're in your 7th year, you know.
It's like, anniversary, y'all.
I'm a big kid.
It is February.
Yeah, we started in February, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I?
And then no one remembers when Karen joined us. We've all collectively forgotten.
Karen joined for the 2nd year of streaming.
Was it the 2nd year?
Yep.
Do we know her first game with us? Because she's asked this before, and I don't think any of us can remember offhand.
No, I would have to go search for a while.
Probably something that's not Final Fantasy, so that eliminates some stuff.
Right.
Okay, so would that be 19? Oh, would it be in my journal? Because my journal only goes back to 2020,
right?
Yeah. Beep boop.
Oh wait, another key I need.
6th anniversary.
It's probably like...
I don't know what to do with that. Rats.
All of my 2020 journal entries are depressing.
Really?
Well, because in the beginning it's so hopeful, you know, before COVID hit. When I was actually going through it, and like separately, I was just going through it.
I love in the beginning. It's so
started
helpful.
Gratitude journaling.
Okay, I see what I'm missing.
It's the 5-year, one page a day kind of thing.
Yeah. I started doing that, just like bullet journaling, like making my own layouts. But it's weird to think I started in 2020, and one of my about this time in 2020, it was like February. One of my entries is splitting a $240 bottle of wine with a friend, but we didn't know it until I looked it up on my wine app to like log that it was really good.
Wow.
It had been gifted to her by a friend who's a sommelier, but she had no idea.
Oh.
I was gonna say, you have a good friend.
This
Holy
is
cow.
really good. Well,
yeah, well, she was like, I have these 2 bottles, and like you're kind of you're into this sort of thing, so like I feel like you would be somebody to enjoy this bottle of wine with, and this person's a sommelier, so I know that it's gonna be good. And we opened it, we're like, this is awesome, and then I was like, I'm gonna log it on my wine app, and then I was like, Aaron?
Wow.
This is a really expensive bottle of wine. We better enjoy all of it right now. That is not one that you recork.
No. Does that mean that a couple years from now, I told Pete, he has a nice old bottle of scotch at his place, that when he and Angie celebrate 25 years of marriage, they should open it and drink it.
Yeah, that's a wonderful, wonderful reason for that.
But you don't have to drink the entire bottle of scotch in one go, I will note.
True, that's a little different.
Yeah, that's a lot different. That's a lot different.
We were doing Final Fantasy VIII this time in 2020. That's all I can share from my journal. I do try to put on what games we're doing every Thursday.
I often mention it in my gratitude journal. I'll be like, oh, we had a nice stream of whatever tonight. But I don't do it. Like, I don't always log that every week because sometimes I have other things I'm grateful for on Thursday.
I'm not thankful for this bullshit every day.
Nah, just
no, that makes sense.
depends what's happening that week.
All right, it must be this one, I guess.
Oh, that's fun.
Hopefully.
25th anniversary will be the 75th year of that bottle. That's fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
There was actually,
Oh, yeah, this is totally it. Ha ha ha, I'm the best.
There was a bottle that was being saved with my ex and I, and then when he moved out, he left it, and then, like, I found it, and I was like, oh, what do I do with this? So
drink it immediately.
What I ended up doing was the day of the divorce hearing, like when it was finalized and I, got my name back by a court order and everything, we had a Friday night dinner that night, so I opened it there.
Yay!
Nice.
Because I was like, we'd been saving it for like nothing in particular.
Well. Everyday Prosecco.
When Prosecco is something that like you don't necessarily need to be aging, like don't bubbles need to be fairly young? Or at least they aren't improved that much by aging.
Oh, this is an interesting puzzle. I love this. Look, you have to get both statues to the red markers. And do you know how you have to do it?
Turn the thing around. Turn around. Oh, because that can't move when you have the block. That is cute. Yeah. There you go.
That's the last key I need. Now let's go finish this dungeon.
Ludic inebriation.
Actually, we're going to do this thing that annoys Dana, which is save and reset to the beginning of the dungeon for the sake of time.
That does kind of annoy me. Good call.
I feel like within a dungeon, it's better than when I use it to traverse the entire world map constantly, as in Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Speedrunner. Never forgive you for that stream.
The worst Zelda 3 stream of all time.
Yeah. We're like, oh, we really know this music. We'll have things to say. Nope.
Even though I promised you all that I could beat that game in 2 hours, and I'm a man of my word, ladies.
You should have just done it over a million weeks and had me play it. At what cost?
I think that remains the most look at me, I'm a man, lol, thing I've ever done on this stream.
I speedrun like men do. It is so masculine. Is there like an article about like masculinity and speedrunning? Like, there's gotta be.
There has to be, right?
Like, look some of that stuff up, and like, hacking and modding and that sort of manipulation in a way that's different from the way people socialized female will alter the materials of the game, which maybe tends to be more creative in a different way.
Do y'all associate speedrunning with like dudes specifically?
Yep.
Absolutely.
I know that there are female speedrunners, but I can't think of any because like that's just not who crosses my sphere of influence. So I don't follow speedrunning communities very closely. So.
Also, all the students that ever bring it up are always men in my classes.
Mm-hmm.
They care about it more in a way that I've never seen. I mean, that's a small statistical thing, but I have taught video games now for four or five times. Jesus, you'd think my class would be better.
Wow.
And I don't know that it's about speedrunning in particular as much as just kind of like virtuosic dedicated play. I mean, like the idea of just like devoting yourself to that play.
Yeah.
To the
mastery of the system, right?
Other things in one's life. That's
and a lot of it is like exploiting glitches and buggies, like little ways to save time that, whether it was discovered by luck or by some kind of tool assisted speed run, they go, oh, maybe I could try to catch this glitch or whatever. So there's also that sort of playful, you're kind of playing the game not as intended element of it.
Which is like not inherently masculine, but that particular way of doing it feels masculine. Like women, again, do rule breaking and transgression in ways that I think are more often more narrative, more social. Mm-hmm. And again, this is like the assumed stereotype, but like sort of what you see. Yeah. I mean, I guess I've had students who are not men like mention speedrunning, but in terms of the ones that are like, yeah, I watched the speedrunner, like it tends to be my male students.
I only watch Summoning Salt videos where he like does all the historical documentation for me by like following all the forums and stuff. Those videos I find really fascinating where he like gives the history of like a particular, even just a level sometimes, like here's how this was optimized. Those are great videos. And like I recommend them to people all the time, but yeah, I don't watch the practice of speedrunning live. I wait until they've actually gotten it and then I watch the one that succeeded.
I don't disagree with the general association of speedrunning with male speedrunners, but I will note that GDQ, relative to the rest of the male gaming population, is extremely trans community friendly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm thinking more about like Twitch speedrunners that I'm aware of versus GDQ.
Some of it is like actually algorithmic stuff, yeah, like which, as we know, tends to push a certain type of person over others.
Yeah. I've also seen links in terms of kind of the obsessive quality that's kind of necessary to do the game that many times to gain that kind of mastery. I've seen connections to sort of like autistic brain space there too.
Yeah, as like the hyper-masculinized
crap,
brain.
It's this boss.
Which is
as just like this is a
problematic,
a space where a lot of folks can kind of excel, like and make that sort of like obsessive attention to detail a positive.
I'm not excited about this at all. This is a puzzle boss.
For those that
everybody.
experience it that way. But that's more like anecdotal. Like I feel like I see people say that speedrunning is. Well, I guess we're being anecdotal with saying it's more masculine too.
Yeah,
but
scheisse.
Yeah, it would be really interesting to see like what type of
the actual
academic work exists on speedrunning as a phenomenon overall.
Yeah.
Games Done Queer would be amazing.
It is a puzzle boss, Anthony Dennis.
They wouldn't be able to use
that.
I
hate it. All right.
Wouldn't be able to use that acronym, but
this one teaches you can double walk your blocks, but you have to cast your block when it's not touching a red one here. Yeah, hold on.
It's also interesting how speedruns and games done like really, really well, like not speedruns, but just like really good plays, were the first to be uploaded before like long plays on YouTube became like a thing, because it's like this is something people actually want, is to see like a more normative kind of gameplay experience. And even then they tend to be like winning, right? Like not losing too much. Some of them do grace us with some failures, but that's not normally uploaded.
Right.
But the idea that a normal play is called a long play is also just interesting.
Well, I think the idea is like if you want like a very normal capture of play that isn't necessarily expert, like the Let's Players are there for that because you're there kind of for the gaming, but you're there more for the personality. Like a lot of people aren't watching Game Grumps because, you know, Aaron and Dan are the greatest gamers, right? Like they fail all the time.
Right.
But they draw humor from that too, and they're just like normal people who are pretty good at video games because they play a lot of them, but they're not like expert players in most of the things they try.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm probably gonna lose and have to start over, everybody, because this is just one thing too many. Unless this is the last one. Oh, kaboom! Look, I'm the best. Never mind. Check that out. That's good.
Game's done crappy.
Good old, like, old school internet file sharing.
Alright.
Like back in the day when, like, you'd get something on Napster and it was, like, not at all the thing that you thought you were getting.
Right.
Yes! It was always such a risk. The good old Wild West.
Well, and then one thing that was really annoying about it was, like, you'd think you were downloading one thing, you'd get something else, but then you'd have no way to find out what you had actually gotten, because there wasn't Shazam.
Yes, unless you had the knowledge.
Oh, look, a new tunnel just magically opened up at Rolling Ridge. How convenient. I love video games.
Are we Goroning?
We are Goroning now, again, for a little bit. There's a sixth
The music
dungeon
told
here. Yep. New houses, new everything over here on the far side of Rolling Ridge. Yeah, which we haven't been to yet. That's nice.
Yeah, there was one time I thought I was downloading a Bjork song and I was really excited about it, and then I got this cover of the jazz song Black Coffee, but it was like totally the voice of the singer sounded nothing like Bjork, and it was like it had like a beat under it. It was like some DJ
so random.
collab. Yeah. And at some point I ended up like doing a dig and I found whatever it was I had found. I was like, oh yeah, that was the song, but now I can't remember. Because I'm like looking up covers. It was a really interesting, and that was the thing, because I downloaded it being like, oh, it's a Bjork song, and then it wasn't. And I was like, but what is this? This is cool. Like, I would have looked up more stuff by that artist. Maybe bought an album.
Check this out. I'm not going to go to Seasons tonight, just for the sake of time. But we can get the Bigoron sword, which actually takes up both inventory slots at once, and Link holds it with two hands.
That's fine.
We will do that. We'll have it for next week. I will go get it from Bigoron, who lives in Oracle of Seasons. For now, we're going to do this.
Wow.
I'll find it someday.
Oh, what am I short? Oh, I don't have enough Ember Seeds or enough bombs. Well, that's too bad.
Oh, I had to double task. What did I have to do? I had to upload something. Yeah, the door closing and like, cause someone was just recording computer audio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And like
yeah.
forgot to log off of AIM, which no one did because it was on all the time.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's like a sensory memory for me.
Yeah.
My family's computer was in the dining room too, so it was like we didn't have individual ones like in our room, so it was always like who gets to be on.
Oh
the
yes,
computer
definitely family computer situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My siblings are far enough apart from me too that it was like it wasn't too bad. We didn't fight because either my sister was in college and my brother was a baby, so it was like me time, and my parents didn't care about the internet yet.
Yeah, I think my parents knew that I had no interest in like random chat room type interactions. Like I basically only talk to people I actually knew in real life, which is still kind of the case. Like I tend to only let people into other than Twitter, which is more public facing, but like my Instagram in particular, I like to have met somebody
before. Yeah.
Or just be like I've known them a long time virtually, where I feel like I've known them in real life. But that's mostly because that's like family pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really.
I remember going into those AIM chat rooms, like, not because I wanted to do anything dastardly or really meet anyone, but just because, like, the idea of it seemed so magical. Of like, this is anybody. This is a random subset like of people. In the world.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world. So I'd go in for like 2 seconds, be like, people would be like ASL. Just not American Sign Language, but that's what I think of now. Like,
A/S/L question mark.
Yeah. And I'd freely give it, and it'd be like I was 13. But yeah. And like I didn't know. Like luckily I didn't get into any trouble or anything in that way. I would always just log off and be like, this is boring, but like cool but boring.
Yeah. It was absolutely the Wild West though. I remember that AIM, ICQ. And the other big one is Diablo's Battle.net.
I wasn't there.
Well, does anybody remember Microsoft Comic Chat? I loved that stuff.
Oh my god.
It was like
yes.
you were
Wait,
chatting.
Dark Plague, seriously? Holy smokes.
You were chatting like as a comic book?
Yes! Oh, you just unlocked a memory I haven't thought about since that time.
Well, when Ryan said IRC, for some reason that's what brought that up for me. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember this like weird messenger.
Oh my god. Yes, they each had something special because like MSN and Yahoo wanted to like compete with AOL, which was I think was the most popular, at least in the 2000s. So they all try to do something different. Oh my god. Whoa. Mind blown.
I'm curious if there's like some like where somebody's resurrected it and made it like a freeware, you know, or like if there's some way that you can like get into the program and look through it.
I have Greg's memory, by the way. ICQ first, then AIM.
I think I was like 1 year too young for ICQ. I never did it. Yeah, I like was aware of it, but never did it.
I used to be able to like tell you my number for ICQ.
I was like, if it can't give me a cool username, then it's not cool.
Right. Oh,
can't
hey,
be like
look who it is. It's Rosa from Oracle of Seasons.
She gonna try to marry us too? Everyone wants Link in this game.
This bitch.
Everyone's like, we're gonna get married. It's like, Link?
We're gonna get married.
This is a good time to not be a silent protagonist, but he never
Right. We have to do, unfortunately, the Goron dance, and this is much harder. Rosa tells you it's worse than the Subrosian dance, and she's right. So I need silence to do this.
Okay.
This is a rhythm action thing, and it sucks. The Seasons one is much better.
Have fun. We'll be in chat.
B is chink, 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 like a hitting of metal, and bing is the A button. That's it. But it's harder.
Okay. I'm not gonna look.
Here we go. Yay! Okay. My original username was Cyan86. Cyan for Cyan Garmon from Final Fantasy VI, and 86 for killing people, and that was my Diablo 1 username, Cyan86.
I thought that was your year of birth, but killing people also.
Hashtag no emo. With leave me alone. That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was pretty anti-emo. Because, I was too goth for that. I wasn't like an unhappy goth though. All the pictures I'm like smiling. I just enjoyed the aesthetic, I was a happy kid. I mean, you could always just make a new screen name. But yeah. I remember one that I had freshman year of college. At orientation, they gave out like magnetic poetry for like your mini fridge or whatever. And it had a bunch of like case related words, but also we were just putting stuff together, and I put together Blast That Sparkle, and so that was my AIM name freshman year. So it didn't really mean anything. It was like literally taken from magnetic poetry that they handed out at orientation. Shoutouts to my friends from freshman year.
Alright, here's another Oracle of Seasons secret. Again, we're gonna get that off stream this time.
Peachy Queen. That's a good one. Peachy Queen.
13-year-old me was definitely a hubris bundle. Oh man.
Yeah, not a humble bundle at all.
Throughout my teenage years, fonts, yes. Okay, so Greg.
Black Chancery is such a goth font. I love it.
I used the Magic the Gathering card font in all of my written communications.
That's pretty good. Also not surprising.
Well.
Wait, what did you play when you played Magic? Like, what was your deck? What was your main deck?
Oh, blue-white mind control.
Show us your deck.
That also doesn't surprise me. I bet you can guess what mine is if you don't remember me saying it at some other point.
I know that we have had this conversation once, and I don't remember. I store a weird amount of information about you, and that's not one of them.
It was green-white.
Okay, like a green-white, like, mini-minion deck over and over?
Mini-minion / healing. Like, I kind of took both approaches.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, I would have too much life to knock down, but then I'd also just have a zillion little tiny creatures that could annoy you. Blue cancel deck. Cancel decks are annoying.
They are. In grad school, I actually played a lot of Magic as well, because a friend of mine, shout out to Andrew Lors, would pay for me. Oh wait, hold on. I've been here before. I can just do this. He would pay for me to go draft, and as long as I won him the card value back, so if I go even or better, he wouldn't make me pay. And I did not have a lot of money at this time, so I just became good at Magic.
I really preferred... I mean, I had a few friends that I would play with, but there wasn't enough variety amongst my friends, so like it became kind of old kind of quick because you kind of knew what everyone's decks were like. And I don't know, there wasn't a lot of surprise because we were all pretty attached to the decks we had, so we weren't really always building new ones. But I used to like the PC Duels of the Planeswalkers, which was just like the video gamification of Magic.
Yeah.
You kind of walked around a world map, but mostly you just had to play Magic against a bunch of creatures.
Right, this is the hard one. You'll notice that it's all Subrosians on the outside now because this is a linked game. That does not happen. None of the Subrosians are present at all if this is your first game. Here we go. I choose the Platinum level. Alright, let me give this a shot. I hate it. Ah, shit. All right.
Concentrate.
Ah, damn it. I'm gonna fail. That's okay. Yeah. I fail. Alright, we gotta try again. Luckily, I have a lot of money. Bum, 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 ba. Alright. Hi-Fi Rush is awesome, by the way, Parabolic. There we go. Too early. Ah, shit. Alright, hold on. Bum, bum, bop, bop, bop. Too late. I was so close. Oh no, I'm gonna fail this one. Shit. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1. Yeah. Alright. Hold on. We have to do this, unfortunately, so.
No worries, we're talking about horses.
That's 1. There's 8. Da, 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 da. Alright. I got this one last time. Good. Alright. I got this one too. Okay, okay. Oh, too late. Yep. All right. Too early? Come on. Oh, wait, hold on. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna save a state. Look at that. Yes, we did it.
Yay!
Oh, you didn't have to be perfect?
Oh, but I didn't get the vase. How do I get the vase?
Maybe you have to be perfect.
Oh, you didn't have to be perfect?
Well, they gave him a thing. I was like, oh, maybe that's it.
No, maybe it's just gold. We'll see. I'll try this one. This should be easier.
I mean, Andrew, you should have heard my voice the past couple days. Like, I really did sound like Bob from Bob's Burgers.
I'm gonna get a cupcake.
That sounds
BRB.
amazing.
Sorry to interrupt.
I want a cupcake. It would be a cupcake stream if I had my way. For sure.
Right?
Oh, shit. Wasn't paying attention.
It's like green on the top.
Oh, this was supposed to be like turf grass. My mom sent me Super Bowl cupcakes.
Aww.
Shit.
Too bad. It was a fun game, though.
Alright. I guess I don't know how to get it. That's fine.
Oh my god. I can't do it. But a couple days ago, I could definitely do the bob. The bob, oh my god. I really like H. John Benjamin in pretty much anything.
Pretty much everything.
I mean, if he can be like a can of vegetables in Hot American Summer.
You can do anything you want.
And isn't Kristen Shaw is Louise, right? I'm remembering that right. It's been a while since I've watched Bob's Burgers, but
yeah,
she's a delight. Yeah. H. John's jazz album is wild, I agree.
I forgot he has one. Oh yeah.
Wait, so who's... Who's Karen in the Bob's Burgers cast?
This is a bad time to admit I've only seen one episode ever of Bob's Burgers.
It's too bad. It's funny. It's a very wholesome brand of funny, which I appreciate.
Yeah, I've seen enough. It is very wholesome funny.
Like, you know, because there's like there was the attempt to make cartoons more adult leaning, you know, like the Rick and Morty style of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like Bob's Burgers was kind of a nice antidote to a lot of shows like that.
All right.
Yeah.
A weird quest item if I do this.
Oh, I love this like little pants overalls remix that we have going on.
Pants remix.
Because remember, who was it? Was it Parabolic? I forget who came on and was like, that looks like pants.
It does look like...
But then we said maybe these look like overalls. It was the treasure chest looks like pants. The like minecart looks maybe like overalls.
Alright, 100 rupees this time and then I'll be done with this. Let's go. Oh shit, it's harder.
It's like, I like how they make it sound more 8-bit than the game art is. Like
yes, I do also like that a lot.
Like, I think that's pretty unique. They make it sound retro in a game that's already beeping and booping at
yeah,
working man's minecart.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of a combination of Linda and Bob, because I definitely have Linda moments. He's Lloyd to me.
Oh, look at how convenient that is. I can be on top of the ridge in the past now. Let's do that.
Also, I love Linda's little like Thanksgiving song. I like to listen to that when I'm cooking Thanksgiving dinner. Pass the cranberry sauce. Gonna get like copyright struck.
Alright, All right, so
I
now
would
I
be
have
so
to.
impressed, like, with myself if my singing made something like have a copyright strike. Like it sounded so similar to the original. Linkterhood, ew, that just sounds like sphincterhood. I don't know.
Wow.
You're just hearing what you want to hear, Julianne.
I agree. Julianne is always the worst.
I really am. I really go all the way there. But here's the thing, you can't say something that sounds like Linkter and be like, you know what, that's fine. I'm not going to think of any other word that sounds like that. Like, come on. It's your fault, Parabolic Zero.
Hashtag read the room.
Read the things you say.
The room is Julianne. Read Julianne.
read me and just assume the worst.
I didn't say it. All right.
You could say like, "Oh, I'm saying what everyone's thinking," but a lot of times, no one else is thinking this crap. It's like really random. Microsoft Sam. Oh my god.
Ooh, I hit the imp. That's too bad. Does that take me below the threshold? No, I get the lava juice. Good. I do not want to try again. No.
There was this thing going around a while ago that was like, hey, if you like sub-vocalize when you read, that's why you read slow. So you're like not supposed to do that if you want to read fast. And some people naturally do that, some people naturally do not do that. Like when you are reading, you have the voice in your head speaking. And I definitely do, and I don't know how to get out of that, and I don't think I ever will.
I don't think I do, but I know that I can. Like,
I can choose to hear my voice when I read, but I don't have to, because I can't read much faster than I can speak.
Yeah, I don't I just picked up unlimited replays, I don't do it.
Yeah.
Now, do you read unlimited replays in Will Gibbons' voice?
No. Not unless I could do that consciously, but otherwise no.
Okay. Okay, wait, I remember it now. The guy in the past wants the vase, but the guy in the present wants either the lava juice or the brisket. So and one of them will give me the vase.
I want brisket.
Hold on, let's see if I'm right about this.
Chow down on books.
Sounds amazing.
I would like to eat some books.
Yes, food, look. Prime rock brisket. There we go.
Yeah!
I'll trade the vase for it.
I don't think I'd like the rock version.
And the rocks. The things that are not... Maybe I have pica. Could be possible. I didn't have a very good lunch today.
Yeah, we give the vase to the Goron in the past.
Thin mints.
You know, that's actually, you can get, like, pregnancy-induced pica.
That makes sense. All your blood is going to a different cause.
I think it's usually, like, there's some kind of a nutrient
absorption
deficiency that your body is, like, trying to... Yeah, I don't know if it's absorption or, like, you're just not getting what you need, and your body, like, makes up for it in a weird way.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, I remember one point being like, you can basically tell me almost anything is like a symptom of pregnancy, and I'd believe it, because like there's just so much uncanny stuff happening that seems like it shouldn't be related, but it's just such a global process. Like I got really bad like chapped lips during my pregnancy, and I was like, I'm drinking water because I thought it was like a hydration issue, and my doctor's like, no, here's the reason for it. It's because your saliva becomes more acidic. You're actually like burning
so
your
weird.
lips.
Yeah, that's like...
So she had to like put me on something for it, but I was like, what?
It's just like rude. Like, come on, like give us a break.
Yeah,
like growing a child.
It was bad enough that I like thought to mention it at a visit because I was just like, I feel like I've been drinking more water. Do I need like way more water?
Yeah, that's what you would normally do, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of things like you wouldn't even think are connected to even bring up. But that's one thing. It was nice having like a friend who's a doula, because I could like text her weird things and her be like, "Oh yeah, that's a thing that can happen."
Oh my god,
it's wild. Speaking of pregnancy, we had on Anna Whitstruck in our disability seminar last night. We read her forthcoming chapter on conducting eroica at 38 weeks pregnant. and it was a really good AMS talk in a disability panel that I immediately went up and she said it was going to be published, so I was like, hey, do you have like a proof of that? Can I sign it? And then she was free to join us on the call because it was sort of looking both from like disability and gender studies in terms of just like kind of critiquing the sort of white male conductor norm.
Yeah. We've been here long enough, by the way. I'm starting to fast forward through things.
Yeah. It's kind of looking at the, what does it mean to have a visibly very, very pregnant, woman, like, in this space conducting probably the most canonic of canonic pieces, right? Like, just kind of like, it makes you very aware of your own embodiment in ways that, like, wouldn't consider even not pregnant. I don't know. It was really good. When it comes out, I will publicize it heavily because everyone in the class loved it and she was awesome.
Yay! Yeah, I really want to read that a lot.
Oh crap! Okay.
Also, I went to school with her, but we didn't really know each other because she was like a very cool music major ahead of me, and I was like too intimidated to say hi.
She's awesome.
All right, this is the last mini game, and it is bomb dodging.
Yeah, it was parabolic. It was a neat thing to assign because it was new. It's actually one of the things I did change. So yesterday's seminar readings were all about like performance and disability. So we read some Joseph Strauss. We read a like How piece, and it actually worked in really well. Yeah, hiding pumping on the interview circuit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah. Well, the article gets into it a little bit too. That that it's like not just like pregnancy's treated similarly to temporary disability, like in terms of you can't fire someone for being pregnant and like, but it's still different in very significant ways, and it's this like liminal space. But like the whole like idea of the fourth trimester and like your body is still doing a lot of stuff, especially if you nurse or are pumping. And your energy levels, like everything is different, and it can be very disorienting. Like you really feel like you don't know your own body anymore for a while. So it was really interesting to sort of it was so smartly theorized, and just we had conversations about like, did you get any pushback for like basically like, did anybody go, oh, pregnancy as a disability is kind of a weird framing? Like, to me it makes perfect sense, but I can see where like on the surface that initially seems a little bit awkward. So I don't know, we had really, really productive conversations about like sort of bringing these things together, and how it was also kind of inspired in the wake of like the filial stuff, and just thinking about like decolonizing thought patterns and just, like
different frameworks,
norms that we take for granted about conductor training and like the way you're taught to approach the work. And one thing that's really interesting is there's all this emphasis on you being like the one channeling the composer, and so there's a lot of kind of like disembodiment and ability to disappear into the score if you have that kind of unmarked body that aligns with Ovid's body or whatever. So it's like, oh, of course you can kind of like access this, but the idea of being like the vessel of the composer's intentions is a very pregnant idea, right?
Yeah, you're already pregnant it.
So we were kind of talking about like, not that it makes you better suited to like give birth to this work on the podium or whatever, but like it does give you a different perspective on the idea of like being this medium or this channel. Like those are very common metaphors we use to talk about conducting, that you're the vessel, you're the medium, you're the conduit, And yeah, there was a comment about like, if you're very pregnant, is there room for the composer? Like, is there room for you? Is there even room for you at that moment? Like, it was such a good, it was a good session.
Here we go.
It was so smart. We also talked about Tar, you know.
Which I still haven't seen, but I want to.
Watch it.
For the discourse and also just for the movie.
Y'all gotta, I mean, it's long. It's 2.5 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's that long. Like, I remember watching it, and some people describe it as slow, but I think it's more surreal. Like, there's parts where you're kind of, like, not sure, like, is this actually, at least from my perspective, it was like, is this actually happening? Like, it's not, is it all a dream, but it's sort of like, how much of this is being filtered through, like, her subjective experience? Anyway, I won't say too much. It's interesting.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah, so shout out to Anna Wittstruck, who is the orchestra director at University of Puget Sound, and also musicologist.
Okay.
That's also pretty cool to do both. That was a nice perspective for my students to have somebody that like is both in the like academic musicology space, but also an orchestra director.
Playing all those mini games gives us the key to the time travel themed dungeon. And a cool piece of music. Check this out.
Ooh.
That is cool. Very different. Ooh. I'm into it. I know we occasionally, like once per hour, acknowledge that we're playing a video game, and like once per 2 hours per stream, acknowledge that there's music.
Yeah.
But we're fine. This is a new track, so...
We can do better when we're preparing for... Oh, we light the candle on fire. Look how cute that is.
We're just facilitators. We rely on the chat to also contribute their musicological knowledge whenever they want.
It's true, folks. Andrew often like says real theory things.
But he hasn't!
Well, he said he was multitasking tonight.
We're talking about Tar, and we're talking about babies.
Tar's related to music.
And rooms in the womb, you know? That's a little bit different.
Hey, I was at least referencing real scholarship talking about
pregnancy. Yes, we were actually talking about, like, musicology. Like, bam. So there you go.
Brilliant article.
A womb of her own. Well, go to hell.
Oh shit, there's an order to it. 1.
That's all I said.
Pete, that was a note and stuff. Listen.
There it is.
When we prepare, we can actually do some good work. But you know, the whole point of this stream is that we aren't doing this prepared most of the time.
I really like having the fresh take on stuff.
Sometimes we're just like, wow, this is cool, and like, you know what? That's okay because I think those are valid takes. We need not be in an analytical mode all the time.
That's right. Oh, check this out though. Look, I can swim. But not in that.
Because that's cool. Oh,
it's dark.
New mechanic.
It's deeper.
Did you go underwater? What just happened?
Yeah,
it was
you
like
can't swim
too
that
deep of water.
Yeah.
So you can't swim down there. Needs like snorkel or something.
It's the upgrade to Dungeon 6 here, which will facilitate us doing all sorts of interesting things.
I didn't know Eric Drop did. Was working on something like that. Cool.
That is cool.
That, I do want to read that.
That's
there's so much work I want to read. And then I can't because, again, I self-vocalize everything, so I read so slow.
Well, and because you have a job, right? Like, you just can't.
I know. I have to,
why do you think I started
it's like
Kudo,
half the
so
job is to
do
the things I don't have time to do, right? Yeah.
When I'm accountable to the entire community for Kudo, I have to read things.
Yeah, I rely on Dana to read the things I haven't read.
Kate's gonna be on March 3rd,
but
that's like the only person that I've actually reached out. I know I've had COVID, but like I need to get on this.
In terms
like
of the spring schedule?
For
you can do, if you need like a backup person, I know I've been on twice, but like if you need a backup person, I'm happy to talk about my Final Fantasy chapter.
Actually,
sorry, I've done a few of those. The Final Fantasy
love that.
Theater
yeah.
because like that came out last year, and so it's sort of recent, and like no one's read it. So
I would love that. That would actually do me a solid while I try to like cold call a bunch of people that I don't know that I've only read their name in JSMAG.
Yeah, if you need a fill-in person, just let me know. Most Fridays. Well,
I could also Hail Mary and do like my Bach article because I haven't done that one yet.
Hail Marie. Yes, do that one. It won awards.
You did win awards.
Brought that up. And we covered it in video game class this week. Mentioned that it won an award.
That's good. You should cover that.
Still really wild. It's still really wild to me. Like,
why? It's
I'm
good.
Not a
You're good.
Person. How did the Bach Society pick me? I don't know.
It's a major award.
It was. Came with money.
So. Yeah, those are the best.
That's the best kind. Oh,
we're on the same page.
Andrew, if we recall, long-time Kudo stream watchers will remember that I didn't even really know what Neo-Riemannian analysis was other than the name of it. That I had to ask Bill O'Hara what OG Riemannian analysis was.
I think that's fair to not know what that is. It's not that, I didn't learn it. I still kind of half-ass learned it.
It's one of those things
I read a bunch of Frank articles,
unless you do graduate school in music theory specifically, you're not guaranteed to come across it.
Yeah.
And
I
even
didn't do
then,
pretonal or post-tonal. I didn't do most things.
I do expect my graduate music theory students, by the time they graduate, to be able to tell me what it is. And talk about it.
Yeah, you should know what it is if you're a theory student, because it is but it isn't a common enough that I would expect everyone to know the ins and outs, and it's different than just the transformational approach generally, and then that's a whole thing.
Can we talk about how angry I am at what just transpired? Did anybody else see that?
I saw you push yourself right into the wall master.
Yeah, I threw a bomb at a wall, and the wall master got hit by the bomb into me, and I lost.
Yeah, okay.
That's bad.
You were almost hoisted up by a petard.
I was, in fact, yes. Oh, can I be sneaky? Can I cast it through the wall? No, that's too bad. Alright.
I respect Neo-Riemannian theorists a lot.
Steve Reale has done some of that, and every time he talks about it, my eyes glaze over, because I don't have enough background to understand what he's talking about.
The other person who has talked about it and does a really good job presenting, especially if you're not used to hearing it before, is Frank Lehman. Always gives a really good talk.
Frank gives a good talk no matter what he's talking about.
Frank always is very good at that.
Yeah, Frank, I think, is, in my mind, tied for the best presenter in the field, alongside Julianne Grasso, who is also absolutely tremendous at that part of the job.
This is because what I do is I don't write it till the night before, and then I'm I need to just add jokes to fill time, and then they're jokes for you, Ryan, specifically. But yeah, I mean...
Pander.
I just pander to the people that are gonna say I'm good.
Okay, I don't have another key to do this, so I cannot go this way.
No, but both Dana and Ryan gave really spectacular, in my opinion, presentations at AMS this past year. I did not present, so I could just enjoy myself watching and running between the different Ludo panels.
Thank you. That means a lot to me, because that work means a lot to me.
You got people crying in the room. I think that's pretty rare for a presentation, in a good way, not oh my god, in a good way, yeah.
I got asked a really fascinating question at mine by someone who will it be full disclosure? It is intimidating to have Jordan Stokes ask you a question because he's so damn smart.
Jordan is smart.
Yeah. He's our philosophy person.
But in a way that doesn't make me want to.
That isn't a philosophy person, exactly.
Yeah. A lot of philosophy people make me want to retch.
They're fine.
But
no, but the worst.
The talk was on cult classic media, and he asked me at the end of the talk for my definition of it. And I was a little defensive because, like, I was not expecting any real questions, frankly. I just didn't know what to do. I got blindsided. But I did think about it for him. Oh, I need to be one space up from where I am. Hold on. One space up. That's right here. And for me, a cult classic, I defined it for him in the room as something where the critical reception is far different than the commercial reception of it. Usually in the direction the commercial reception's a flop and the critical reception is positive, but it need not be that way necessarily.
That is an interesting way of framing it.
Right?
Well, I think cult implies like a group of fandom surrounding the object regardless of critical or commercial success, right?
I mean, to a certain extent, that's true, yes.
It sort of implies something about, like, the passion of that group of people's devotion to whatever it is.
Yes, and you can have an established community around something that, like, everybody knows is terrible. Like Tommy Wiseau's The Room. Even fans of that don't think it's great high art cinema. They like it because it's bad.
But they tend to, like, take oh haha that was bad, but then they like know every line from it. You know, there's like a very passionate engagement with it.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, Mark.
Well, hi, Mark. I will still continue to tell everyone that was Josephine's first movie. She was only a few days old when we watched it.
Yeah, I know. That's such a
so
great...
she was like sleeping on me, but it was technically her first film.
I can't wait till you let her watch it when she's old enough to, like, understand, and you're like, this is your first movie. You were shaped by this.
I remember Iron Man 3, I think, was Owen's first movie. And I can't remember Oliver's for the life of me. Sorry, Oliver.
There's too many boobs for children. I keep forgetting that, like, there's so much nudity.
In what?
Poor Lisa.
Woman for 4th grade birthday party? That's funny.
What? Kate? Is your baby getting enough cult cinema?
I don't remember if I was in like 3rd or 4th grade, but I remember going to see the Babysitters Club movie, and it was a school night, so it was like a big deal. So I wrote about it in my diary.
Nice.
Aww.
Okay,
we got ice cream after, and it was like a late night.
Ooh, that's exciting times.
It was exciting. It was I went to school with another Dana, and we went to see it with her mom.
Pretty Woman is a weird film to me, and it's because it covers wildly adult topics, but none of us collectively recall the specific adult scenes from that movie. It's like all of our parents fast-forwarded through those parts.
Well, it's still a romantic comedy, so like it's not a gritty depiction of...
It's a romantic comedy at its heart, but like it's also a film where like the main character receives oral sex from the secondary character, right? Like
that's true.
Yeah, I'm like not recalling those scenes. I'm recalling like the other like normal scenes that are just good. Yay! Thanks, Drill.
Nice. I need to be better about my 14 obligations. Ugh.
I actually opened the game the other night. Be proud of me.
Yeah.
I am proud of you, yes.
Poked you.
Remember when I said, oh, it's going to be so great, like, during winter break, when I can just spend a couple weeks playing Final Fantasy XIV and finally, like, making progress, and then we all got sick. Not with COVID, but I got,
a different, really sick. Terrible flu, yeah.
And then all of January was spent trying to, like, schedule my daughter's surgery and just, like, the admin, and now COVID. So I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, I'm nowhere. I haven't even hit the first dungeon yet. I just keep doing things that I'm like, is this going to be the first dungeon? I have to be getting close.
You are basically...
If it says it's probably pirates, I feel like you are either at... or just about to hit. I feel like it's probably pirates was the quest for the first dungeon. So
yeah, that is the quest for the first dungeon.
Yeah. It might be in your duty finder, which, okay, I'll laugh because I said duty. But it might be in your duty finder and you might have, like, not seen it or something.
I'm just doing the, like, main quest thing that pops up on the left.
Yeah.
You know? Nice.
Pants. Oh, Dana, did you end up talking anything about the Rihanna halftime show when you're talking about
it did come up
class about the pregnancy stuff, since the discourse is so terrible?
Yeah. Yes, we did talk about sort of like performance expectations, not just through like a gendered lens, but obviously through a race lens. And really it wasn't so much about like the performance of the dance, but the idea that like lip sync discourse comes up every year, but it seems like it was particularly vehement this year.
Yeah. Sam Bergman had the best thread on that, for what it's worth.
Yeah, really great thread about like just pointing out that like this isn't about a live performance, it's about a televised spectacle, you know? Yeah. And therefore, a lot of concessions
which is like a different sort of.
A lot of people that seem to say that they want a true live performance because they find the lip syncing inauthentic. Like, I don't think they actually do. I think if they were given that, they would complain.
Yeah, I don't think those people know what they don't know. Like, not to be so patronizing, but like, but it's so interesting. It always comes up as this like thing of like, oh, it's inauthentic. It's lazy, which brings in more problematic things.
Well, it's like
there's
even
a lot.
The people that are the best in shape, like the choreography that we expect pop stars to do these days, like is not compatible with the sound that we want them to produce at the same time.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, no matter how good you are singing live. True.
Yeah,
she at least
the moment of like stopping to reapply the Fenty like product placement didn't get like any flack, but like instead we're just like scrutinizing her body and it's gross.
And part of that is because like she is an attractive female performer, right? So issues of the body are centered in that conversation.
Yeah. But she was so covered up. Like she did, it's not like, I know her outfit was a dedication to Andre Talley, who passed away last year. And a lot of the show was dedicated to him. But she was so covered up. She's as covered up as you could be. And there's still that. I mean, obviously she showed that she was pregnant in the beginning, right? But she like puts on a coat. Like she adds clothes in ways that people tend to take off. Women tend to take off clothes as they're performing. Like, it's really interesting. And yet the discourse was still just like, why didn't she do more?
Well, right? And like, we look at somebody like Billie Eilish before she turned 18, that she had that sort of aggressive bagginess to her clothing because she wanted to hide her shape.
Yeah.
And that didn't stop anybody, did it? Like the commentary and the speculation. So it's a catch-22 to be a female performer in the industry.
Oh, I almost had it. Yes, I agree. Sorry. Come on, what a loser. There we go.
But it's not like it was all bad. There were plenty of people that were celebrating that entire show and how it was put together and the creative decisions that went into it, and you know, them being excited about the possibility of a new album this year, which of course she was teasing in interviews. And
new dialogue here. This guy was a mini boss in both games. They're lazy, but they make it sound cool.
Speaking of lazy,
so we did bring that up a little bit. It was a good class. It was my favorite class we've had so far. I actually like the performance readings in general. We read a Joe Strauss chapter and a Blake Howe chapter on disabling music performance, basically.
Oh, check
sort
out
of
what we
like-
got. Mermaid suit.
Ooh,
It's like a fish. Oh, well, it's just the bottom.
yeah, like a mermaid.
You don't get the shell bra? Come on.
Well, I mean, we'll see once Link changes into it, right? Maybe.
Shell bras for everyone, for every gender.
I don't know how
Alright.
supportive they seem kind of rigid, like an underwire, but like dialed up to 11.
Yeah, it depends on, maybe they sort of shave the inside of the shell to be smooth. Or if
Maybe.
it, and then yeah, the support,
Still
where's
like
that? I
a
don't
very
know.
rigid surface.
Yeah.
It's like
I
wearing
think-
like a corset, you know, it's like very structured.
I have this feeling the two of you are overthinking it right now.
No,
First of all, how dare you?
I think we're considering it in exactly the amount of detail. Yeah, fantasy breastplate armor, absolutely that kind of vibe.
What are we covering or holding? Yeah, there's a lot of physics just not being used correctly.
Tell me that's not modern video games in one sentence. A lot of physics not being used correctly.
That's true.
Click. Oh
Aw,
yeah,
the
this
happy
room.
snake.
Happy snakes. They're so happy.
They're not
so
gonna be happy. Look, you can't. You have to kill them, but you
No,
can't
no.
get in there. Watch this. They'll come for the food and die.
That's so rude.
Wow.
Oh man, that was the saddest moment of this whole game.
Happy little snakes. Nope. Not anymore.
Ah.
That's the only time putting a scent seed on the ground is required.
Wow, really?
There's actually a lot of things in Zelda like that where like you only need
one-time use.
yeah, certain things once, and then sometimes they do have like you can use them in other scenarios, but there's a surprising number of those. Like
Look how
even-
fast I swim now, by the way.
That was pretty
Awesome.
nice.
Even in Link to the Past, like the canes, like you barely
Yeah.
use them. You're like at the end of the
That's
game by
like-
the time you get them.
And you've
And
already
there's,
like
like a little
learned
bit,
how to
not
use
much.
other mechanics good that you forget you have them. Yeah.
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 Or the medallions are the same way. Like you can
yeah.
just spam them, but it's very easy to like forget to even use them.
Yeah.
Once you like don't need them for whatever puzzle.
Right.
Yeah, the cape you can usually get like you can. There's the one cave where you can get like optional treasures. There's a few caves
Yeah.
like up on the mountain that you can go into where you would need it, but like you don't need it in the
You
same
don't need
way.
to do the game. Yeah.
You can just kind of
Snakes
cheat
are
it.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, they're dead.
Okay.
That's how I
Ow.
would die. Someone
What's
puts
my
food
hand?
out and I just fall.
Oh, there's just.
It's like Happy Snake. That's a superb owl. There he is.
There we go. I had a lot of bad luck there. There's the boss key. Again, some warping. Sorry, Dana.
Pretend you're not how doing it.
Look,
Oh,
now we
this
can
is
be in
this
the
one.
deep water, and when we dive in deep water, it's because there's a full floor underneath us that has a new mode of gameplay.
Oh, there's your bra cups.
Sail!
That's so cute. You just have a shirt on, I guess. You have your hat on that stays on.
Just like tunic, yeah.
Your tunic still on. It's just tucked into the tail.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, we're not waiting for Maple. Let's go
Alas.
finish this in the past.
Aw, his little flippy flappy tail makes me so happy.
It was very cute.
Well, we'll get to see a lot more of it now that we're back in the past version of Mermaid's Cave.
Mermaid's Cave.
Mermaid.
Where we can actually make use of the mermaid suit. Now.
This mosquito bite is now big. What is this? 4 inches?
4 inches?
That's a lot.
Yeah, I get really big welts from.
I do too, but I don't know that I can't think of the last
This
time
one's a little bigger than normal.
Alright,
Yeah.
I actually
Maybe
don't
I
have enough
have
ember
some
seeds to go this
kisses
way.
as well.
That's fine. We'll go do the other stuff
I'm not
first.
gonna show it.
Yeah, pretty happy to be in a climate where I don't deal with mosquitoes at this time of year.
Hard same.
Screened porches are my life-giving item of my house. Because I can still be outside. The mosquitoes don't come in, even though it's like, yeah, I know you can fit in the holes of the screens, but they don't come in, so that's nice.
I love our 3-season room, which is glassed in, not screened.
I do love a glass. I kind of wish we had a glass one. Although
I mean, it
love
has
screen
both.
porch
You
as
can
well.
you can open the glass to a screen door as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. I love that room when it's not the dead of winter.
We got mealworms to feed the lizards because we love them, and they eat the bugs. And so I was holding really still to try to see if this one lizard that Bubba, the big one. But I was holding still enough that mosquitoes were like, because it's like 77 right now here. So like they're coming out. I'm like, God damn it. But then I was getting bit, so I went away. And Bubba did not get a mealworm, but he's fine. He's plenty bugs. He can eat the mosquitoes for me, so whatever.
Yeah, I also want to have bourbon with Pete and Angie. That sounds like an excellent idea.
I will drive 4 hours and just sit on your screen porch. I won't even knock. I'll just be out there. Like so creepy.
Hello.
Hello. You can also come to my screen porch as well. It's in the back, not the front. It's slightly different.
Come on down. Yeah, I'm looking forward to feeling better.
See, my 3 seasons room is still closed for the season.
Yeah.
Because it's not all. Yeah, because not 4 seasons.
It's not 4
4 seasons would be very expensive, as we know from White Lotus.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's very good. My parents actually have a 4-season outdoor room, and it was more expensive.
Because it's heated air conditioned and stuff?
Yes.
Is that what makes it 4 seasons? Okay.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's
nice.
glassed in instead of screened.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, ours is glassed in, but it's not heated or air conditioned. So it is.
So
Oh,
you
nice.
can actually fight down here as well.
Oh, cool. His little tail.
Look at that!
Look at it.
Back and forth.
I love him. I love him.
This is like the big money upgrade in Oracle of Ages, I feel like. Oh god, and you have to be able to be good with it too, as you can see.
We like to put our guests on display.
I'm okay with that. Give me a theme, I'll dress for it. I've always been a costume party fan. Or even if it's not a full costume party, just give me a theme.
Just give me a glass of bourbon.
Well, that too. But...
And then I'll fit any theme you want. I wanna do roller derby. That's not random because Angie's a roller derbist, so.
Derbist.
Yeah. Actually, what is the word? Ask Angie what the word is for a roller derby person.
Really derbist.
I don't think it's rolly derbist because it sounds like rolling dervish.
It, no.
I think it's not. Yeah. Thank you.
It's important.
Maybe there's just call them rollers. I could see that.
Angie's one of those people that was able to friend me on socials, and then I only realized when we went down there for Nakfagum that was the first time we had been in the same room.
That actually same kind of.
Because we've worked together closely enough on different projects where it just there's been a lot of contact. So
Yeah. Right, I'm not
copyright that. What are you going to do with that copyright, Andrew?
Yeah, what?
What are your intentions toward the copyright?
Yeah.
Roller derbist is it? He doesn't care what the official word is. Good.
Nope, been in there. Going up. All we have to do now is get the boss key, so I guess that's this way.
Really like the headaches to go away. But nothing makes that better, so.
Sad.
Yeah, nothing. The aches are not very
Yeah, pain
responsive to
meds
anything.
only do so much. They don't take away at all of it, yeah.
Yeah, they can dull it, but they don't do much else.
Scooty and a fruit-a-boo-boo.
That's right, bombs next. Oh my gosh. So much. Oh god, not again.
It's a ham.
Okay, so many things with the Wallmasters is legitimately a pain in this room. I
Yeah.
don't like that at all.
They've always been annoying, but
Yes. Alright, walk around, walk around. Then let's go see what's on the ground level here under the water.
so maybe next week. Next week is Will Chang, probably, because we have not talked about tomorrow. Like last week, I was like, we need to cancel, and we have not talked this week, so it's probably not going to be tomorrow. So maybe next week is Will, and then Kate, and then I need to like call. Need to email some folks. But since I'm through teaching for the week, that might be something I can send a couple emails tomorrow and try to get some things on the books.
I would like to go later in the term when the book is either out or near to being out, because I'm really happy with my work on that chapter.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm planning on doing a bunch of stuff from the book.
Oh, in-game audio news.
Like a press tour.
Unrelated to the day's events here. If you need a game to just, like, vibe out to for a while, I cannot recommend Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy Final Curtain Call, or Final Bar Line, rather, enough. The new one that just came out. 500 tracks.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Julianne loves those games.
I love this game.
Isn't that what your chapter's about?
Yes. It's not about Curtain Call, or the sorry, it's
sure.
about this, whatever this one is called, I've already forget. Curtain Call is the second one. This is the third one, yeah. So it hadn't come out yet, but yeah, I love them.
That's fun.
And weirdly,
can't wait.
because I also own the Kingdom Hearts one, the Final Fantasy game is better. And that's not a judgment on the music. Weirdly, the
I
mechanics...
didn't know there was a Kingdom Hearts one. When did that come out?
A year and a half or
Kinda
2 years ago.
recently? Okay, yeah, that's
And
yeah,
very,
before.
very
After I read
annoyingly
the chapter.
for
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts. And if you are a Kingdom Hearts person, this will not surprise you, and if you're not, you'll think it's the most insane thing ever. There is new canonic lore in that new rhythm action game on Kingdom Hearts, only if and only if you clear everything. How in the hell? Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, it follows the meme dance. That there's so much. Okay, that's like so. Okay, I have to remember that for when I go on Kudo, and we can bring it up.
Yeah, we'll
We
bring
can
it
talk
up.
about it. Add it to the chapter.
Yes, it does follow the meme dance. It's wild.
Because the whole thing is about like fandom and like trying to make it music theory-ish, but like fandom. Yeah. And then yes, Octopath is coming out like, yeah, next week. There's too much.
There's only one meme dance I've ever wanted to learn,
I
but
have
I've
too
like
much
never
job.
put in the time to learn it. And it's actually anime bullshit, which is like very surprising for me. And that is Chica's dance from Love is War, for folks that anime. It's so cute. but it's like legit a lot of choreography to learn.
I like that you have to fight this boss on multiple axes.
Yeah, that is actually very cool.
The other new game that's very good, but has nothing to do with music, so I don't really talk about it much, is Metroid Prime Remastered is wild. There we go.
Sorry, what game?
Metroid Prime Remastered.
Oh, yeah.
The audio is technically remastered in the sense that they got the original assets and it is a higher resolution.
I was going to say, is that what I jumped onto the Discord for the other day?
Yes. It is not re-recorded or retreated in any way, but the original assets were like high-resolution WAV files, the way that normal, recorded audio is, and the GameCube discs were compressed. So that compression has been removed, which is nice.
Yeah, y'all are robust on the spoilers in the 14 channel. So much so that, I don't know when I'm gonna, know enough to even know what to unspoil. But again, I've been really not able to play much, so. Hey, Joe's watching the stream. Hi!
What? Turn toast!
No. I still never played it.
Wait, hold on, full stop. How has Joe, of all people I know, not played Metroid Prime? You're like the most rule-heavy ludology person I know, Joe. And there is no game, I swear to God this is true, Metroid Prime, not in terms of how much I like it, because I actually like the 2D ones better, but in terms of game design and just elegance of moving around a space, Metroid Prime remains untouched, best in class after 22 years.
He's never played any Metroid game except the first boss of Metroid 1. Oh, I love this track.
This is a new track for us, isn't it? Yes, this is the, this is the castle theme, because of course it is. Listen to that opening little fanfare.
This is great castle theme.
Greg, you should try Metroid Prime, and if the money is an issue to get it, I have it running on my PC, and I can hook you up. But you should play it if you're presenting on Super Metroid, for sure.
Hourly music
Hourly
comment.
Music comment.
What was our comment? I was gonna say, is this new? I wasn't paying attention.
We're talking about this castle theme.
Can I talk about how this castle theme jumps to the minor mode very quickly, which is very rare for castle themes, actually.
It's very Baroque, though, to have the minore section of, a theme and variations.
Right, instead of just modal mixture, it just, fully minoritizes. That's not the word. That is not the word. It goes to the minor.
Oh, shit, I'm gonna get seen. Yep.
I think that's part of why I like it. I like minor keys.
It does sound Baroque.
It does.
Well, now we're
upholds the Will Gibbons thesis.
Not this part. This part sounds modern, and then it.
I'll wait a minute.
But the continuity of it.
It's trying to do early music in general. It's got that kind of medieval castle.
Semiotics, yeah.
With kind of the open intervals
topic
in the harmony.
Where's
and
Karen?
Now here's the catch. We can now swim in the
Yes.
open sea as well. We don't need that raft anymore.
Nice.
And as a result, we can make our way through this passage around these whirlpools.
Joe writing, haha, yeah, modes and keys.
Well, how dare you? Second of all, that's already more than we said. Modes and keys in the Ludomusicology stream? It's less
We've
common
talked
than you think.
before about, like, Joe's chances if he sent in a random abstract to, like, Naxium, like, what is his
probably be pretty
possibility of
good,
being in
yeah.
as a non-musicologist? Yeah, he's joked that if he talks about the pastoral topic, it's a win.
Yeah, you're probably like one notch better than Chat GPT on it. Thank you, Trolley Beth. Thanks for stopping
Yes,
by.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We're old.
So much Dorian and
Our
Castlevania.
child is in our stream is in 1st grade.
It's true.
Lordy.
Amazing.
Nope, don't want that. Alright. Actually, do I want that? I think I might. Hold on. I think I have to go this way.
Magic
Knows
words mean.
what most of our magic words mean.
Magic words mean.
Okay, but tell us about the Neo-Romanian transformations, Joe. Okay.
I can't
He
even
just
do
like
that.
literally just said can't do any theory.
I can't do that. I don't expect that of
I
you.
can't do it. I mean, I can like read some stuff, and then I'm like, ooh, it's pictures, and I like to close the book and go to bed. I kind of still. I mean, I understand
All right, there we
theoretically like the tests and everything, but like it goes a little. Once you start to do the compound transformations and then all that kind of stuff, I'm like, okay, good night.
Yeah. Alright,
Yeah.
this is our
Yeah, I
boss
get
where we're going to end the
that.
stream. Look who it is. We've got Nehru, the Oracle of Ages, here. Remember, we're only 6 of 8 dungeons.
Hello,
This is a
friend.
hard turn from, like, our expected plot. Like, you don't find Zelda at the end of seasons, right? Or Din until the end of seasons.
Am I going to transcribe that castle theme because it's a banger? Possibly.
Yeah, you should. It sounds really good
Because
on streams.
I'm looking to see if anybody else even just has like. I don't really love lead sheets because I like having the whole harmony, but not that I have anything against VGM lead sheets. They're a wonderful, amazing resource. It's just my brain doesn't think in like jazz lead sheet. But I'm seeing if anybody has it.
Thanks, Pete.
Alright,
Yes. Good
So-
for you.
you
They
have
should
to
know it.
remember from the very beginnings of the game that Nehru hates, or Varan rather, hates mystery seeds. She stole them from you at the beginning. They'll knock her out, and then you can't harm her while she's in the body, but you have the switch hook. So now you can switch places with her and strike the actual body.
Sonic poles. I don't give. Like, what's more white boy, Neo-Romanian Theory or speedrunners? I think it's Neo-Romanian Theory.
I think so too.
I think it's 100% Neo-Romanian Theory.
There's cave, foreign village, house. Yeah, I don't know. What's that castle even called?
Alright.
I don't know why I'm so
I don't
white.
see it. At least I don't see anything that's obviously.
Now Nehru's okay. I'll send you the link to it. I've got it
Oh,
elsewhere.
you do?
I think
That's
so.
fun.
Yep, there's Nehru.
Good night, Pete.
And uh-oh, look, the queen
Continue
has
to
come in.
diversify music theory.
Now she's gonna possess the queen instead
Uh-oh.
of Nehru.
Queen has a great headdress.
The queen does have a great headdress.
That's definitely giving like medievalist vibes right there. With the like two pointy bits with the veil over it.
Yeah. Now the catch is that, oh, there's Ralph too.
Ralph!
Because Nehru is the Oracle of Ages, we're gonna get out of here.
Ralph. Ralph.
Oh look, it's our fiance.
It is our fiance, the tree that wants to get it on with us.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite.
Yeah, look at her like waggling those eyebrows. She's like, oh, look who's back.
She is. Now, Nehru's free, so half of the good ending here. all of the petrified, time-frozen people are unfrozen, and the world's going to return to relative normalcy.
Hooray!
Which is going to unlock the entire rest of the world map for us. That plus the mermaid suit.
Welcome, Queen Julia.
Yeah, she does have the lashes.
She does have the lashes.
Oh, now she's worried. The wedding can't happen yet.
Ralph. It's such a funny name. Like for a video game, for a JRPG.
Alright, we're gonna learn from Nehru the last tune. Which is the only one that sounds like a harp tune to me, actually.
Yeah, like feasibly, like get Ashley to play it.
Right.
Make it a ringtone.
So you were saying Ralph is a weird thing. One of my favorite gifts Joe's ever given me. My childhood stuffed animal was a little puppy named Ralph or Ralphie.
Aww.
And he found
That's a
a video.
name.
He found a 1999 video game from Japan called The Adventure of Little Ralph, and he got it for me.
Oh,
That was like
That's amazing.
that was a really nice gift,
Aww.
which I still haven't played because it's Japanese for the PlayStation. I've not sat down to play it yet. It's a 2D platformer, so should be.
Alright,
Something
Twin
I
Rova
would
shows up
be
as
interested
part of
in.
the linked game to remind us that they're going to revive Ganon by causing chaos
There's
everywhere,
tags.
basically.
But I don't remember if the issue was that we didn't have the ability to play it. Like we didn't have the right PlayStation or whatever. But I don't remember. It was just like the thought of it was. So sweet.
Yeah. That is, yeah.
Of course, the other like one of my favorite things that he's ever gotten for me was my friend.
Oh, I love your earrings. I only just noticed them. Sorry.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
The
That's
other thing
yeah.
he ever
awesome.
got me was the text of "Do you want a Nintendo Rob?" And I was like, "What?"
So,
So he's my little buddy.
starting
Oh my
next
God,
week,
one or two.
we don't have to worry about sigils or any rules anymore. We can travel to either era back and forth whenever we want.
Okay.
So now we have full control over the time system, which is going to let us do a lot of weird, stupid things. Like teleporting
I
to
probably
rocks.
showed y'all this for my birthday. He found me these little adorable Mega Man pillbug things. Look at them. They're just
Yes,
little
that's awesome.
little bloops.
They're so cute.
They're so cute and they're really soft. And I love them. But yeah, look at the little Mega Man nugget.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
All right.
so I have Rush and I have his brother. COVID brain.
All right. Yeah.
That's going to do it for us for this week.
All right.
We should come close to finishing next week.
That's fun.
And we will if we can push till 11:30 for sure. We'll see how we feel on that front next week. I am really excited to go back to work on Monday. It's been a weird
Yay.
couple days for me. Though in case
Yeah.
anybody did not
Yeah,
hear
that-
on other social media, obviously I am fine. Addie is fine. The kids are fine. But I do want to close tonight by mentioning that 4 of the last 7 days in my school district have been canceled not due to any snow, but because of gun violence. And that sucks. The entire week for Michigan State, for obvious reasons, has also been just gotten rid of. I am strongly considering, though to any students watching, this is not an official place for me to make the appropriate announcement. I'm considering just giving everybody 100% on the second video project in 334. And just essentially not having it at this point. Because
Seems
people
legit.
need a break.
Yeah.
But faculty
think
meeting
so.
tomorrow to figure out what exactly that means. Blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that said, that's one of the reasons we wanted to stream tonight was just community is so important, and it's something I've been so isolated. It's nice to actually feel well enough to sit up, but also just hang out with my people that I love. So
It's true.
Yes.
Both the two of you
thank
on
you for the
camera
compliment
and
on
for
the
all of you
earrings.
who
I
are
love
regulars
these.
in the chat as well. This community rules, and you all make it good. Anyway, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Yes. Bye.
Bye, folks.